Yo, what's happening, world? My name's Raheem Flowers, and this is the genesis of my new channel videos as Raheem K. Flowers. K being Khalid is my middle name, but yeah. So, everything going down with Trump's administration, I'm not gonna lie, I've kind of been in and out the loop at the same time. I know enough to know about this whole situation regarding Iran and the Strait out of Hormuz. Surprised I haven't seen somebody have a shirt like that. You know how they used to have shirts for Straight Out of Compton back in 2015? I would be shocked, legitimately surprised if someone didn't have a Straight Out of Hormuz shirt. Oh, I'm sure that would sell though. It's a good idea. If anybody hasn't already thought of it, that's a good way to profit off of it. You'll get many of the anti-Trumpsters to definitely buy that, just to troll him. It's a good satirical product and something that people can just get a quick little laugh out of for at least for the next few months. But yeah, it's not a good look when you got countries all over not fucking with Trump. Now you inherited Israel's beef with Spain, not just Iran. You out here having issues with all these other nations, and you're not really helping your case for America when you're going around being Israel's bitch, being Benjamin Netanyahu's bitch cuck, because that's what America's doing. America is cucking for Israel. I said this on a Facebook post not too long ago when I said that Trump and really the administration looks like that dude who is cucking for his toxic girlfriend, the toxic girlfriend being Israel. You are aiding them financially and militarily, and you continue to encourage them in their debauchery. And you're doing all these things at the American people's expense. Like how a cuck would be doing things at his own personal expense when he's dealing with a toxic girlfriend. Well, you're doing things at the American people's expense. So we have inflation going down. We have all these issues going on in all these inner cities and all these regulations with firearms that really go against the Second Amendment. And then you have issues regarding what's going down with Cuba and all the deprivation and degradation that they're undergoing. So it's really just a concoction of destruction, obscenity. And I'm like, damn, how did one man single-handedly, I mean, obviously it wasn't just Donald Trump, but how did this administration and these groups do all this in under 2 years? It's impressive and obscene at the same time. I mean, you're getting so desperate. Even the FAA, the Federal Aviation Association, the people who, pretty much maintain everything with airlines and anything regarding any aerial product. So now y'all trying to get gamers, really, mainly Gen Zers and late millennials, to get hired for jobs that revolve around you want them to monitor for the FAA. You might as well just keep getting them tech bros, and so you can continue doing your little techno feudalism that you've been going on with. See, it would be hard pressed for me to believe that America will be headed in a better direction. And all this could be avoided, but as long as these oligarchs, as long as these people who are in power are getting what they want, that's what matters. These things could easily be prevented. Easily. But this is what happens when greed, and rugged individualism come into play. Am I saying that communism is the answer? Oh, absolutely not. Am I saying that socialism is the answer? No. But clearly, all this techno-feudalism is the furthest thing from the answer. And you know what? I think people will start to realize how brainwashed people in America have been, being distracted by all these other groups, whether it be that of the manosphere, whether it be the feminists, whether it be all these groups known like the Antifas and the progressives and the neoconservatives and the neoliberals. See, that's one thing I got to tip my hat to when it comes to Zoomers. I know that they get a lot of shit because of their collective short attention span, as well as just going around being trolls and not taking anything seriously and turning everything into a meme. Rather than just transmuting every situation into a joke or into a little snippet and clip moment, you really need to think about how everything will start to affect your everyday life. When I hear these youngins talk about how much they don't give a F about politics, and that's not really a generational thing. I think a lot of people in their youth will say that, but then they realize how much politics has a profound effect on their lives. I mean, look at J.B. Pritzker. Look at Brandon Johnson here in Chicago, and look at all the fuck shit that they're doing with all these firearm laws that they're enacting on. And yet, you still have things going down in Chicago. That's not going to stop these gangbangers from doing what they've been doing. You think that you're doing the city a service by restricting everyday citizens who actually are law-abiding? No, because guess what? These Latin kings won't care. These vice lords won't care. These gangster disciples and black disciples and Spanish cobras and maniac Latin disciples, whatever gang you want to go down the list, they don't give a damn. But guess what? You put us into a position where we basically have to answer to you, but I guess that's what you want, right? How are you any different than Trump? How is J.B. Pritzker any better than Donald Trump? How is Brandon Johnson's fucking colonel-looking ass any better than Donald Trump? See, when I think about these things, where the world's heading and where we'll be by the 2030s. See, they're already trying to make everything go into full effect by then. And they even trying to make farmers obsolete. That's why they've been buying out a lot of these farmers and putting all these little pesticides in all these products, including the ones called the GMO. And then they all get FDA approved. But then you wonder why there's so many fat kids in America. Honestly, if America started to implement the fat tax, well, there's only two, and in my opinion, they should start to heavily tax people who want to be chain smokers. So either we're going to build a better ecosystem or we're going to build a better economy. And honestly, or both, because then you start to build better habits. And when you build better habits, then that creates more productivity. It's all sequence. But yeah, that's what it made me realize all this time. And I'm not going to be too long-winded with this video because this is just the introduction. And, you know, I'm going to treat this like a diary, especially since I got this new iPhone 17 SE for my birthday. Well, this upcoming week will be last week since it was on the 8th. But yeah, I can't wait to show you guys my HK when the time comes. HK VP9. And I can't wait to just give you all a follow-up of everything that I'll be doing on this journey that you all get to see in real time. But yeah, till then, I salute everybody who's been watching me. If you guys know about me from my other channel, since 2016, and we're on some different stuff in 2026. You best believe that. Have a good day, have a good night, or wherever you are, wherever the time zone is.